My Talk at the Table is a movie franchise that we all grew up with. 25 years ago, The Killer Ghostface. He terrified audiences in the original Scream movie, and it was amazing. Now, a brand new installment of the popular series is hitting theaters, starring some of the original cast, including actor David Arquette. Now, we should mention it's distributed by Paramount, a Viacom CBS company. Now, in this spine-chilling sequel, a copycat killer is targeting a new group of teens, and Arquette is reprising his role as Dewey Riley. In this clip from the movie, he gives teens advice on how they can find and stop the new killer. Check it out.
There's certain rules to surviving a stab movie. Believe me, I know. Rule number 1, never trust the love interest. They seem sweet, caring, supportive, and then welcome to Act 3 where they're trying to rip your head off. Rule number 2, the killer's motive is always connected to something in the past. And rule number 3, and this is the most important rule, the first victim always has a friend group that the killer is a part of. And look for the killer there. If you can find out why they're doing this, you can figure out who's next.
David Arquette joins us now. So good, and he did his thing. Well done in this one. Now, the original Scream came out over, we're talking about 25 years ago. The last one over 10 years ago. And we know that Wes Craven, he produced and directed the ones before. What was it like reprising that role? And also, how did they convince you to come back for this one?
Well, I love playing the role of Dewey. And we had to take into consideration, since Wes wasn't going to be there, and it'd be the first one he didn't direct. But Matt and Tyler, the directors, were really fans of Wes's and were inspired by him. So that set us at ease. It was really great working with Nev and Courtney again. And we have an incredible new cast of tremendous actors.
Hey, David, speaking of not supposed to be there, your character, Dewey Riley, was supposed to die, according to some accounts, in the very first Scream. But there were alternate shots with you on the stretcher with a thumbs up, so I guess they decided to make you live. Did they still do it that way? Were you shooting this with alternate scenes, so even the actors did not know how the plot would twist and turn?
They always are secretive about the scripts and stuff, but Wes was really gracious, and he said, well, David, I'm going to put you in the gurney, and we'll see if you make it or not. So that was really cool.
You know, David, I have to confess to you, this was the first Scream movie I've ever seen. I only watched it because you were coming on, and I wanted to have some sense of you and what this movie was about, because I don't like to be scared. So it goes from me not liking to be scared to kill him, killer, dial 911. So I know it was crazy. And you watch it alone. I don't recommend that for anybody. But are you the type of person you like these scary movies? You must.
I do. I love scary movies, and I love the environment of having everyone in an audience screaming and and just I watch half of it like this too.
Yes,
myself.
I did do that. You know what was good about this movie is that the things that when you thought something was going to happen, like something as simple as opening or closing a refrigerator door, or opening and shutting a closet, where you thought something was going to happen and then later it didn't happen. Isn't that part of the fun, to sort of trick the audience? And there are some plot twists that we won't reveal along the way. It actually is a really good storyline, even for someone who had never seen a Scream movie.
Yeah, there's a lot of really fun games that Matt and Tyler, the directors, are playing with the audience. There's a lot as a tribute to Wes. There's a lot of really sweet elements in the film, but it's still super scary and super gory, and I really think the fans are gonna love it.
I do too.
David, in October, I spoke with the directors, Matt and Tyler, about the science of fear. So I have to ask, and Gayle kind of alluded to it, you said that you love scary movies, you love the gore, but what is your favorite scary movie?
They asked that in the movie.
Oh, man. I always like The Shining because Jack Nicholson's performance was so great in that. But there's so many great movies coming out. Get Out was incredible. Hereditary's incredible. Midsommar. There's just wild films coming out.
You also have another side, David. In addition to scary, you like being a clown. You bought the rights to Bozo.
He's in clown school.
And you're in clown school. That just did not... Ooh, is that you? Is that David? That just,
wow.
No, that's one of the older clowns.
But what is your appeal to clowns?
From WGN.
Yeah, what's your appeal with clowns?
I love clowns.
I was surprised to hear that.
I felt I fell in love with clowns when I was a kid in Chicago watching Bozo, and he was just, I don't know, it's joy and laughter, and I really want to bring that back to the world. I'm working with an organization called Healthy Humor that do medical clowning in 15
awesome.
hospitals throughout the country. So I'm going to study with them in February, and it's just about, you know, bringing some light to the world.
That's awesome. Well, listen,
that's nice.
you weren't clowning around in this film.
No.
You were absolutely incredible. David Arquette, thank you for joining us.
Thank
you
you,
can see
David.
Scream in theaters nationwide starting Friday.